on. That should. Okay. Connect. Oops. That was gonna come through, but hey, here we go. All right. Stream is online. And I'm just figuring all this out. I'll leave it going. Right now it says everything's okay. Glasses. Hopefully the audio is coming through okay. Check the camera switching. Yep, that looks good. I'm going to do a quick test message to the chat to see. Promises. It looks like it may be there. Oh. Cool. That's a little bit easier to see. Okay, cool. So actually, cameras. Right over there. And try and walk through what I'm thinking. So I'm trying to build a dresser that matches another one I've already made. Dog comment. Whatever. But forever ago, I cut drawer faces and they were a tad narrower than I meant them to be. So these are going to be the real dresser or drawer faces for the smaller dresser. Nothing wasted. Great. I've got them right now just spaced out with some playing cards so I can start getting some measurements because I'm starting with objects that already exist. And so I don't want to go and just like run off of measurements else. But I'm going. Got myself a fancy little toy. This tape measure with a little e-ink screen on it, which it gives me the measurement on top. I don't really care about that, but it is nice that I can store measurements on it instead of having to write them down. So like here, I can take this measurement, top drawer to bottom drawer, it's 46 3/4. I just press the little plus sign. Now it says 46 3/4 on there. For width, 28 on the nose. That makes sense. I probably measured those on purpose and just measured wrong. So let's go to the whiteboard. Okay. Camera views. And eventually I'm going to get this whiteboard up on something a little more visible because this is, you just can't do it all. I wonder, I know what I can do. Ba, 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 da, ba. How's that for visibility? I might need to adjust the camera. The whole thing doesn't just fall over on it while I'm adjusting it. Oh, as I said it, it happened. Amazing. Okay. Let's get that back up to where I wanted it. I'll adjust the camera just a skosh. Oh. Don't need it. That. Lamp rack. Quick measure. Spitballing. Where's my... Oh, my... Okay. Worry about that later. So the dresser overall, we got 5 drawers. Just sketch it out here. Dresser, it's gonna be red. Oh. 5 drawers. This is ale. I've drawn worse. So this is just the drawers themselves. The black lines will be the gaps. And we know this. Quarters by 20 inches. I usually, I'm thinking on the last one here, 3-inch. Did it feel? Yeah. 3 inches of little feetsies underneath there. Oh yeah, I'm standing right in front of it. So top tier artist. Decorative. This is matching a dresser I already have upstairs in my bedroom. And then there's going to be a little 2-inch step on that. And the way I built it last time, so if you took a side view of it, this is going to be, side is a single piece of wood. That needs to be the 46 3/4 plus the 3 inches plus the 2 inches. I think I need there, so another 1/4 inch, so 47 inches, 849, 50, 51, 52 inches. Roughly the dimensions I'm playing with here. I've got some boards milled on the other side of this whiteboard. That's kind of what I'm going to work on today. Is I want a all. The drawer slides I bought. How big are those? Those are 15-inch drawer slides. So I need at least 15 inches plus however thick these guys are, which is be like 3/4 of an inch. Pretty close to spot on. Yeah, 3/4 of an inch. I need at least 15/4 of an inch, but if I'm putting the back panel in there, say we need it to be, call it 17. Well, the rough measurement, I'm going to need at least 17 inches, probably a little bit more, but I guess we'll see what I can get away with. But this is the game plan, is I want to mill these up today. The door faces obviously already exist. I was just laying them out to get my measurements. And then this stretcher here I'll mill, and then a single board that should be slightly, it should just be 1/4 inch wider than the drawer faces, because it's same, separation of these two panels, just without any of the gap for the drawers to fit. Or so. I mean, give or take. We'll figure it out once we're up and running, because I also have to make sure I've got room for the drawer slides and all of that. So this is one of the pieces I'll cut last, as well as put underneath these two. And actually, there's a third one that back behind. Whatever. going. And then these two numbers are also fungible. 2 inches and 3 inches. I can play with that depending on how much what I've got back there. Let's get going where we are. So, that's good. There we go. All right, let's get this out of the way before I knock it down again. And we'll pack it. See where we are. Oh, hi, Lizzie. Dogs are hiding in the shop today. Nice day out, so I've got the doors open. Whee! Right. Not exactly in love with this board. Both sides of it look a little weird. And this side looks better. Still not great. So might go hunting for another board. I'm gonna do that right now. Okay, ducks. Whoop, they decided it's not okay. That one looks just as weird. This one's got a big knot in it. I think I'd almost prefer the knot. Here, but I'm gonna ask, like, if I had a drawer face, would you prefer the character of the knot with a drawer pull on it, or would you prefer a straight grain board with maybe weird, or a straight cut board with maybe some weird grain on it? I don't know. I don't know what to make. That's a problem for later. That's literally one of the last problems I'll have to solve. Worst case scenario, if I really hate it, I just go buy one more board, because drawer faces literally will be the last thing I attach to. Just using them for sizing and stuff. That's only because I've already got them. All right, scrap wood. Blade down, I don't know. Ow. Okay, let's see what I've got here. For wider pieces, these narrower. I believe that I set these up to be as like one side and another side. Let's see what lengths I cut them to and what widths we're working with. Let's do it. Yeah, that's good. Before I did that and then I wandered this way. Don't worry about it. All right. So this here has me at 19.5 inches. Excellent, plenty of room to play. And this is at 60 inches. Okay, cool. So this, more than enough for what I'm doing. This board is narrower than the other one, so extra good about it. Ooh, except this has got a really beat up edge. Yikes. Going down to how much of that is really a problem? Oh, not very much. Only, okay. That's fine. That's gonna be outside edge. I'm cutting that off. crazy. Right at, dang, 1 inch. That's something. Both of the thick boards. 30. Probably gonna come down a bit. Planer. What to do? Oh my. That'd still be 3/4 of an inch. All of that not. May end up just shaving off that much. So you've got 1 joint. We'll figure you out in a minute. 2 jointed at all? No. I need to joint these. Well, see, these are already surfaced sides. X square. Where I put it. Here. God. Help me. This. Yeah. That's square. Excellent. Big old boards, so I prefer when they're not going to be troublemakers. Okay, cool. So I can run these through the planer. Shouldn't be any issues. There's no... And there's a really slight bow on it. That's the kind of thing you can press down when you're gluing it up and get a flat panel, and it's not going to be a problem. Really slight. Any twist though? No, this is. How about you? Also, I think what I've got ahead of me is a lot of milling. I gotta. Don't need to face joint any of these. Nice. Already looking flat. I'm gonna edge joint these 2 boards. Then I'll come back to the table saw and start getting these right dimensions. So, to the jointer. On. Side. a small boo-boo on this one. I want to cut off this side more than I want to cut off this side. This has some sapwood, and I'd rather it not be there. Piece. But I was like, oh, well, then I'll run this one through the jointer because that's a shaped material. No, dummy. I want to run this side because this will lose the least amount of material when it's joining. It's going to be a nice square face. And then when I cut the final thickness, table saw is going to cut off the rest of this nonsense. So we get to rejoint it. And then I'll use the table saw to make sure they're still parallel. Road out this way. Once more for good measure. What I should do now, so all four of these boards are more or less flat and have one side that is jointed. What I should do now, match them up the way I think I'm going to want them to be on the finished piece. Means I should be looking at the show face, or to be here. This board. That's going to... None of it. Okay, cool. That grain looks good. I like the matching cathedral for this side. Now what I'm gonna do, this is basically mini panel, I mean they're panels, it's panel glue-ups, is I want to match these two to each other. Oops. It's here. I want to make sure. So there's what people call the in-out method, where I mark one side as in, side is out. Out. I'm putting an I on one board, O on the other. The idea is that when I'm going to run it through the jointer, each of these boards one more time. The I facing in towards the fence, O facing out away from the fence. The reason for that is that right now the fence on my jointer is pretty darn close to dead nuts 90. Like if I go in here and I take my square, it is as 90 degrees as I can probably get it. And that's probably good enough for woodworking. Like honestly, I probably don't even need to do what I'm about to do. But the idea is it takes just that last bit of any variance and just has it match. So if the fence is like ever so slightly out of square, then I'm going to run the board that I'm mating on one side with it in, the other facing out, so that then when I lay them back down, those angles are complementary. Long way of saying I'm making complementary angles. Sure, I get nice clean joints. That's what I'm doing. So I'm going to go do that real quick. And then I think... Yeah, and then I'll plane these down to about 3/4 of an inch, so I need to take about a 1/4 inch off, which is a lot of wood chips that this guy's going to be making. This a full rotation is only a 1/16 of an inch, so that's 4 full rotations, and it doesn't like doing a whole rotation. It overheats. It's only 4 boards. Didn't take me too long. A whirl. All right, in first. You. Air going again. Alright, on in. Should I have done this after I planed? Yeah, maybe, but we'll find out, won't we? I'm just doing it in the order I'm doing it. And we'll see if it works out. I am not a master woodworker. This is a hobby. See how this went. Yeah, look at that. That line just about disappears. Oh, except for right here. Oh, there's a little bite. I messed up somewhere. I guess you get to go back in. Give it another whirl. Okay, let's not have it tip. No slips, no tips, nothing. One smooth, fluid motion all the way through. No, it's never going to happen. It's a long board. I can't do it in one. I can do it in two. Yeah, that's way better. Oh, look at that. Gorgeous. Your turn. In. Out. Whew, big board. How did we do? Feels smooth. Looks good. All right. Okay. Got it. Like I said, a little push down, which I'm going to be using some dominoes and probably balls, but I'll be using dominoes to keep these aligned because I'm a coward and I don't want to deal with a glue up that doesn't use dominoes. So I'm not worried about a slight bow. And also as I thin these down just a little bit to their final dimensions. Boom. Let's mark these. Marking these on the sides of them because obviously I'm about to lose the face. So I can hear and write number 1, number 2. That doesn't do me any good. Pop all that off. Let's get these to the right thickness. Realization is on me. None of those chips were being pulled through the vacuum. They were just being blown into the hose. Oh, that means this thing's probably full of dust. All right. You. Turn it off for now. Mix up the camera angle a little. Static. Go. Better or worse? I don't know. But it's different. Different. All right, Mr. Planer. Dead faces. I'm not really too worried about how they're going to end up looking. Thing is, I trust my little Wixie. Last time I tried to use it. Out. Something's wrong with this setup. Disappointing. Yeah, I feel like this readout's in the wrong spot or something. Now is not the time for me to troubleshoot my measurement thing. Anyways, just barely starting to shoot. That should be. I'm just going to be running through all 4 at a time. This time the hose is on. You see it activating. Ha 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 ha! I'm not too worried about things like snipe right now, which is when, as the rollers push it down, the blade might take a little dig at the beginning and the end of the board. I have a lot of extra board to play with here on each end, so I'm just sort of sending it. And if there is a little bit of snipe, that's fine. I just cut that part of the board out. This board is thicker than that board. Yep. Did I pop the breaker? I popped the breaker! Ah. Ladies and gentlemen, we did it. That's... Yep. Which boards we're facing which way. Let's last. Making boards flat, making boards flat, making them thinner and making boards flat. You like it? Second. Should only need about another half turn. But I want them all the same. Can't really do a whole half turn. It's too much. That was a weird sound. Almost done. One more pass on each of those. And we should be ready to start getting glued up. Woo! And then I think I'm planning to start making drawer boxes. Everyone's favorite activity, drawer boxes. Yeah! Come on, come on, come on. Make it through. Whoa. What? Don't have a lot of gripes with this planer. Got plenty of juice. It does what it's supposed to do. But I have to make really shallow passes before I can like pass boards through because it just doesn't have enough oomph versus like my joint here. I can take a good chunk of wood off without having to worry about a fuse blowing. That's the 220 versus 110. So they seem where that's coming. Right. Whatever. Oh, glue and clamps will solve that problem. But before I do that, I want to knock a little bit off. How much room do I have? This is 20 inches. Way with that. Yeah, get away. So, before I do the glue up, I'm going to rip this straight edge here so that I can turn and cut this edge, which, well, if you watch me joint that edge so they'd match better. I understand I'm ruining the jointed edge and I'm going off the table saw now. Don't worry about it. That's not a problem anymore. That was for practice. My brain's tired. Yeah. Camera, let's rotate so you can actually see me. Comedy, right? Here we go. That's more useful. Yeah. Okay, so let's stack these boards out of the way now that they're thickness up. I can just put them here. Maybe. Those more separated. There. 11, yeah, 11 when it's like a nice even number. Well, I know that 11's odd, but there were no fractions. Nothing. Nice whole number. Okay, switch the air. Pop. Turn on the air. And do this straight. Okay. For the board this long, I would like my roller guides, please and thank you. Okay. Now, straight line as a reference. Knock off this. Maybe before I even do that, let's see how well other edge along this fresh cut, because then I can wait until I've got my whole panel and I'm cutting the final width. So, pull the right side. Honestly, best is good. So I'm not going to worry about that. I'll wait until we're ripping the final dimension. This should clamp together fairly nicely. Oh well, nothing left to do it, but nothing left to do it, but to nothing. Less talky, more woodworky. Like I said, I'm going to be using the domino for this bit. Oh, you know what? Good for. And I want to cut off. There. Line up those two ends. Pencil. Okay. Just doing these for alignment, so I don't need a lot of them, but I need enough to handle the little bit of wiggle I got in these boards. Even it out. I want to make sure I don't accidentally reveal one when I go and cut to my final dimension. Right to the pop off. There. Give myself several inches of. Come on, stay put, you monster. A ton in here. Good job. There we go. All right, let's do the same for. Off, so they're dang near the same exact length. Much tighter joint, just the back. Let's get a reference for where it fits. Oh, that's right. That's right. It's going most of it. There. Four should be more than enough. Okay. Next up, Grabbing the domino. I've got it hiding in a box somewhere around here. Remember which box? Nope. Oh, really? Where did I put it? That's probably right over here. Yep, here it is. Oh. Excuse me. Which 8 mil. Fine. Here's my 40s. Here. Ah. The vacuum. So I forgot to mention attachment in here. There's a reason. Get around. Oh no, this is the wrong one. Ah, dang it. Which one's around here somewhere though, gosh darn it. This one. On the hose. Box. Right where I was just looking. Nope. Uh-oh. Predicament. No, I'm not. I'm just dumb. Correct. Oh, why can't... Then close it out so everybody else feels. Like special one. I can make this one work. There we go. That. Turn on vacuum. If I swap the camera there, yeah, that'll be a better angle. Yeah. Sorry, I'm looking back at I can see my stream up on the TV there. The easy way. This would be. That is 23 millimeters. Yep, by 7.2, that'll be good. Yeah, this should be good. Beautiful. Oh, don't move on me, board. Come on, stay put. Not what I need from you right now. That's fine. This here. And to save myself that headache a second time, lamp wall. Listen. Over there. Okay. Let's make this a wider shot. Okay, let's check our work. Let me turn off the vacuum. See how we're doing here. Do a test fit. Problem with test fit was something was fit really tight. Everything is on the other side of the table from where I need it to be. But that's only true at the moment that I need it. Figure if I say a little off, that'll help me slide it. And once I put some glue on them, they swell a little bit anyways. Shouldn't be a problem. Oh, did I go? Yep. Fine. This will just kind of help me pull any warp up and down. Really want is just one face to be. Ooh, something went askew. Yep, something has gone terribly wrong. fine here. Let me guess. Yep. Whoops. The precise tools are only as precise as you set them to be. And if you're a dingus like me, you forget to tighten something down. That means I get to cut some more dominoes. Sorry, I keep looking at the camera or the TV like that's just where chat shows up for me. So, in case you're wondering what just happened, might as well explain it. Why else would this be in the how-to section? You'll see here, there's like this vertical gap. I don't know how it shows up on the camera. The delay is kind of long, so hopefully it shows up. There's like a 1/4 of an inch here. Versus at this end, it's beautiful. It's perfectly flush. Everything is perfect. 2 things went wrong. The one that actually matters is there's a little flip lever back here. And that lets you change depth of the cutting action on this relative to the board you're mating to. And I had flipped that up because I wanted to push this down, but that's this lever. I got confused because I don't use this tool that often. Forgot to put it back down to lock it in place. So as I made my cuts along the board, got lower and lower. So what I need to do now is remake all these cuts right next to each other is fine. It's not actually a huge deal. It's annoying, but it's not a big deal because all of this is going to be hidden anyways. It's all happening inside the glue-up surface of the board. It's just annoying because the sound that the domino makes is not my favorite sound a tool makes. Now I have to listen to it longer. But whatever, such is the price I pay. All right, let's trace these lines so I don't mix them up and bore some holes in the same spots. These 2 I could probably leave, but I don't want to risk it. But we're just going to scoot down a little bit for all of them. Really only need to scoot 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Let's do it again! Whee! Only this time, we learned our lessons, haven't we? Well, maybe. I like to pretend I learned my lessons. I have the right clamps for this. I made the bench and all. Let's use the right. Oh, and folks on the stream, I don't know. I didn't have a good way of testing if you can hear me and if you can hear any music playing. So if you do hear any music, just let me know. Throw a little thumbs up or something there. Just so that I know I've got things set up the way I intend to. And then you can also let me know if the music is a good thing or a bad thing, I suppose. But yeah, just let me know. I should probably turn on the vacuum. Okay, second verse, same as the first. A little bit louder, hopefully, a little bit better. One side down for a second go. I'm going to mark which ones are new so that I put dominoes in the right one. I would also know it's just the one on the left, but I don't trust future me that much. This past me is kind of an idiot, so why would I think the future me isn't? He has been alive longer than he'll be richer, more handsome and smarter. Okay. There we go. Okay. We'll turn that vacuum off. Ooh, that's a lot of stacked electricity. Okay, and that's all. Yep. Okay. Let's try this again, shall we? Round. Slots. Play the left slots. Oh. Okay. That seems better already. Come on. Much better. Ooh, there is a little twist in this board. Now, how much is it going to matter? 1-0 matter. That's annoying. Get a test clamp here. I want to see if this seam disappears the way I need it to. Grab a couple clamps. Press the edge of this board a little bit. Oh yeah, that closes right. That's totally. Down a little. It was never there. And then yeah, and then I can use a little caul or something at the end here. Glue this in place. I don't think I'll need a caul. Yep, this will glue up nicely. Okay. That's one down. Let's get the other panel down. Get those gluing up, and then I might break for dinner, or maybe I'll get started on drawer box. Yep. This. There. Okay, you two. This should be quick. He said with no hint of irony. My God. Oh, come on. There we go. All right, to the vacuum. If I had a producer, they'd be running graphics that are like, to the vacuum, and then it's like Batman 60s era swirling graphics. Whew, scared me. be enough for you for now. Perfect. Okay. Put this away a little bit. Tidying up the old, clean while you cook style. Nobody saw that, right? Oh no, I finally have viewers and they do that. Anyways. Nothing broke. Oh, it's fine. It's jostled, but it's fine. That was silly. Note to self. When stacking sustainers, you have to do the little locky thing. Okay, see, now they both lift. Oh, nailed it. That was pretty funny. Okay, let me get gluing up. One of these guys. Yeah, okay. Well, we'll go about that. We'll try it. Pound. Sides are facing where they're supposed to. Let's do a test to it with the dominoes, just like we did last time. You know what? Rest it. Not too worried about it. Oh, but this is why I have my test dominoes. I gotta take them out of the. I don't want to sand down the edges of all my dominoes, because then what's the point of having dominoes that are a tight fit, right? Ah, yeah, no. Oh man, chat did see it. That's devastating. Question for the chat, for those who are there. Can you hear the music that's coming through? And if you can, would you like it to continue, or should I turn it off? It's just some random royalty-free stuff I have. Sorry, and there's a notable delay between when I say something and when it shows up for you all, so I apologize if I respond to chat slowly. Okay. Ah, see? Nice and flat. Knew I should have just trusted it. I didn't need these. Sharpie. Labeling these so I don't use them. If you are just joining the stream, what I did with these dominoes is I sanded them down so I can, pull them in and out a little bit easier. Okay, cool. Thank you, Steven. All right. Go live somewhere else. Let's get some glue. But first, clamps. Glue. This is gonna. Not if I'm stupid about it. Yeah, that should be it. One minute. Whoop. Yeah, perfect. Out. Dominoes glued up before I slide them in there. Come on. Okay. Okay. Edge. Happen a lot with the bot. Logged. Kind of on the fence of whether or not I actually like this. Cut the nozzle wider again. I feel like I'm squeezing the ever loving life out of the thing. Get the tip wider, but do that when I get to the next board for gluing. First, let's get this up while the clock is ticking. Jason Hibbs' patented glue spreader. Okay, right side's going the right way. I don't know. Rag. Gorgeous. Just tight enough to start pulling this together. This one can go under. This might be one of my better panels yet. But I should be careful. For the glue up this way. And then I can do a little bit of persuading to make sure it's flat. So I think we're going to be cutting off most of this end piece here, but I'd still rather it be cut properly. Whew. Now that's a lovely glue up. Look at that. Even bead of glue all the way down. I'm pretty pleased with that one. Too bad the camera's so blown out you can't see it. Let me switch cameras real quick. I don't know if it'll show up on that one either. Pretty pleased with how it it doesn't up, but whatever. I'm still pleased. There you got a nice glue line right down the middle. And then I can up on its edge. I don't even need that 6th clamp. Feel real good about that glue up. Way down. Start. Okay. Well, on that note, let's get the other one glued. Switch the camera back so you're not staring at my butt the whole time. For lighting, I can actually, I don't know if pointing at a camera at the lights works. It's just a bunch of LED lights, like the light bar, like shop light bars. They were like, I don't know, 15 or 20 bucks a pop at Lowe's or something like that. Yeah, there's nothing fancy. It just is a lot of them. I've got 1, 2, 4, 8, 11 of them in here, but seems like enough. I took one down because I put a lumber rack hanging up above the door. I can't quite get the camera to turn that far, but I put a lumber rack. It was slamming into the light, and I could have moved the light or just let the front door be a little darker, and that made sense to me. I film in the front door. I'm gonna go through there. Nice. Let me grab some extra dominoes and get gluing. Formal. Oh, there we go. Now I can open it. Away. Aha. Back. I'm losing my mind. Wipe up the glue that's over here. Welcome. Okay, that was the other thing I was going to do was cut the nozzle on this glue a little bit lighter. Past my camera here. That one's not. Where's my scissors? Here we go. Lighter. Yep, that's going to work better. Yep. Labeled the way I thought it would. That's okay. Does that still line up? Yes. Okay. Not going to stress. Clamps. Clamps, clamps. Got one over there already. Nope. Little honkers. Oh, goodness. Whew. And if I really feel like it, for these for persuasion purposes, and these two for ends. This is the one I think is going to be a troublemaker because the other glue up went smoothly, and I don't trust 2 glue ups in a row going smoothly. It's just never going to happen. I'm not that lucky. I'm not that good at woodworking. So I've got calls to clamp if I need it. I've got other little guys, but the dominoes should be doing a lot of heavy lifting for me to deal with my inadequacies as a woodworker. We'll see. Yeah, it goes. Need to be wearing these anymore. There's these in my head. Hey. The action-packed nature that draws me to woodworking, I'll tell you what. A high-octane lifestyle. Literally spreading glue around with your finger. It's my blood pumping. Probably the piece I'm gonna cut off. Okay. Well, have a good one, Steven. Thank you for joining. I'm about to head off myself once I get the glue set up. Set up on my fingers. Oh, I'm supposed to be video editing this weekend. Whoops. Guess that's a Tuesday problem now. Oh, hey. Now the clamps get to do their job. First things first. Tends to be coplanar. That's twisted already. Oh. Here. Off the edge. Okay, good start. This, once again, can go up and under. Make it wide enough, of course. There we go. Again, right now I'm applying just enough pressure to start kind of closing these joints. I'm not really looking to like crank down on it or anything. Just a little bit of pressure, because once I get the rest of these on here, then if I think there's a spot that I need to really draw closed, I can. But I want to make sure I've still got some wiggle room until that moment. Oh, God. I am Grace. I am, oh, what is it? Oh, whatever. Here. I'm not normally, like, if this was a panel where I needed every inch of this, I'd put a little sacrificial piece of wood between these clamps that are pushing down harder to keep it flat. some of these like metal clamps, these all have rubber feet. These metal clamps can leave a little bit of a mar or a bruise on the surface. I don't care about that right now because I'm going to chop this end and that end off. These are not at final dimensions. Got another secret clamp. Whee! Also, like I might. Once again, I grew up going shockingly smoothly. Huh. And I don't want to just blame tools, but this last week I bought the new jointer you see in the background there. Before I had a benchtop one. If you're in the greater Seattle area, I'm selling it on Craigslist. Have it. But man, these panel groups have been a breeze since I got that set up. So I don't know. Maybe there is something to be said about having a nice jointer with long panels. See, this is one where I need a little wood. Luckily, I've got a whole freaking garbage bin full of scraps for just such an occasion. Hey there, scrap. Long. That there was a patented woodworker technique of snapping over the knee. This part. With a twisty clamp. Again, this is just the edges I'm more worried about than the very ends of the board. Last thing I want to do is accidentally bruise an edge here that ends up being a show face. I've fully decided on which sides are going to be the showing face. Okay. Whole thing is set. Cross, do I think? I'm going to sand it out. It's such a small lip. Let's find out. Let's find out just how lucky I am. I'll loosen these clamps in the middle a little bit. Quite so hard. I'm going to grab my rubber mallet. Give it a few good whacks. I apologize if this is loud. I didn't do like a test to see if sort of thing that would make the microphone angry. Ooh, it makes my ears unhappy, I'll tell you that much. Nah, I can't make a difference here. It's not moving. So back to clamp pressure, and we'll call it good. Down just a little bit. Again, we're not, people over clamp a lot. I'm getting enough pressure here by just like using my fingertip. All I really care about is this blue line that is out of it. That's what matters. It means I'm getting pretty even, consistent pressure all the way across, and that the glue is getting pushed out, which means it's making contact. Most importantly means the glue will do its job. Okay, well, there's not a lot else I can do right now. Because of the way this is clamped up, I can't like lay it on its side like the other one. So it's gonna have to take space. And I'm getting hungry, so it's probably best that I call it for now. Thank you all so much for joining the stream. I'm gonna go eat dinner. And if you're in my time zone, Pacific Standard, the daylight, standard time, doesn't matter. If you're in my time zone, it's about dinner time. Go get some food. Take care of yourselves. And with that, have a good night, everybody. Thanks for joining.